Welcome back to Raising the Bar, episode 12. Let's get right into it. Okay, in the last episode, I said that what I was going to do was clear out all this stuff, and I've done that. That was fairly straightforward to do. The only thing, I've just parked us on this last island there. We teleported in there and worked through these bridges. There's just one thing here, which is this obelisk that I wanted to note. And that is something we can just use, and we get part of a coded message here. This is part of a puzzle that goes right through the game. There's a whole load of these obelisks. This is the first one we found. So if we look in our notes here, yes, I don't think we've seen notes before, but we've got automatic notes for potions that we discover, any effects of, any positive effects of fountains and things that we find. We got nothing in there at the moment. What the liquid barrels do, and now we have an obelisk message number 14 there. Therefore, there are at least 13 others to discover as part of this big meta puzzle. Okay, that's the teleporter back. But I'll also say I did spend a few points on skills while we're in there. I've buffed everybody's bodybuilding up to level 4 and put points into meditation as well where appropriate. The only thing I wasn't sure about is this guy. I don't know what to put his points into, because I don't know if we're going to be carrying on with spirit magic as a primary skill there. So we have some more preparation to do, because we're going to go into that dungeon in the Misty Islands. And if we do that, there's a Shrine of Intellect here. Can we use it? No, apparently we can't. If we go in there, we are going to find it quite challenging. That dungeon is going to be much closer to at the very boundary of our abilities than anything we've done so far. So we need to find any advantages we can before we go in there. So there's a couple of things that I'd like to do before we do that, and then we'll try going in there, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out. We may only get part way and need to come back, but let's see. Firstly, I want to hire the NPC out of this lighthouse here, which means we have to lose one of our existing NPCs. These NPCs are one that does disarm trap skills on chests, and one which gives us a permanent wizard eye, expert level wizard eye spell, so that we can see enemies and things on the radar, and also chests. That's a really useful skill, the wizard eye, but I think of the two of them, we're going to have to lose that guy for now. Let's dismiss him. Simply because pretty much every chest in this place will be trapped. Most chests in the game are. And if we don't have a decent disarm ability, we're just going to die looting the quest items in this place. So one alternative is we could put points into this guy's disarm trap past 4, which he already has. But those would be a waste of points in the long run, because apparently disarm trap is really not a skill that you actually need to invest heavily in. You can get the perception skill, which will have a very similar effect, and which you also need later on in the main quest anyway. So I think these 4 points in disarm trap are as far as as many as we're going to put in there.
Hello.
So we want to hire this mystic here, who will give us a 3-point bonus to all spell skills for all of our characters, which is going to increase our damage output quite substantially. in terms of offensive spells. Now, what else can we do to advantage ourselves before we go in there, I wonder? We have quite a lot of junky stuff here that we could probably sell, but I'm not going to do that right away. I think we have enough space to deal with stuff. Well, maybe we will. Let's go and let's just go into the... where are we looking? No, that's the town hall.
It's closed.
All right. Well, we have to rest until morning anyway. It's 8 p.m. So let's do that. Sell a bit of stuff. This...
I don't know.
See, this is junk regardless. Even though we can't identify it, it will sell for the same value unidentified as it would identified. So we can sell these. We can tell by the icons for some of these that they're not great items, and we can certainly sell those ones without any hesitation. That one. These two long daggers here. We're really just trying to make some space here more than anything else. Oh, no, we can't sell that. Let's get rid of that mace and that sword. Oh, and the club as well. There we go. What else? Can we train? No, we are all trained up to level 11 on all of our characters. We can heal ourselves up at the temple for a very moderate fee there.
Live long and prosper.
And then we need to go in the town hall, which isn't open until 10. And get a quest from this guy. He will send us into this dungeon. This guy, the arms master, knows that this fraternal order of silver are evil, and they need proof. The mayor, on the other hand, thinks they're fantastic, but we have to prove that they are not. Okay, very straightforward. So the dungeon is up here, and let's just hope that when we go in there, we are able to do some good. Okay, so let's first of all try and drop some buffs on us. We have Bless for an increased chance to hit. I guess I need to put this guy's points into Spirit Magic. Let's get him up to level 4 there. And then anyone who still has points unapplied, let's Fire Magic for her. Let's see, maybe leather here. For you, you're already an expert in leather, but we are going to need some of the other magics at some point, and none of those is gonna immediately help us, so we might as well just defer that decision for now. And you can have another point of meditation there. And let's drop a Bless spell on everyone. We want to keep these buffs up as much as we can. I suspect, even though this is not a large dungeon, I suspect it's probably going to go over a couple of episodes, simply because our speed is going to be much, much slower. The haste spell... I don't think the haste spell works in our favour here, because it'll last an hour, because he has 1 point in Fire Magic. It'll last only 1 hour, and then it will make us weak, and we have no means of curing weakness. In fact, the water spells are the ones that he has the best skill level in, but we have nothing there that's a buff. The only one there is haste, so no buff from that guy. I think it would be a disadvantage. Protection from poison, I don't think they're wielding poison here, but that guy is basically our healer. And then our sorcerer can apply a shield when it comes to fighting ranged enemies. Okay, which won't be just yet. We also have Ring of Fire here that might be useful against some other enemies there. Anyway, I think if we go in this side room here that we should be able to take the first... Oop. Okay, these first enemies are just going to be regular melee enemies. I don't want to go around that corner just yet. Which we should just be able to take out with the bow relatively easily, I hope. It's when we get a little further in. Whoop! That made me jump. It's when we get a little further in that we will... let's get some distance away from that guy. That we will need to apply a little more in the way of... Let's heal there. In fact, let's try some offensive spells anyway. This guy has a magic arrow, a flame arrow, which does 7 points of damage. That's not too bad. The spirit arrow is really not hitting that hard. But our best spellcaster here, the sorcerer, will cast sparks, which should fire 3 sparks at one to the left and one where I'm aiming and one sort of to the right. So if we bounce them off the wall, hopefully we get more than one hit on this lieutenant. Let's see if that works. We only got one anyway, but they've ran off, so that's good. Okay, so that's the first few enemies. Is this room now clear? No, it isn't. Oh, I just hit the wrong thing there. Okay, just a guard there. Should be fairly straightforward to take this guy out. Let's use bow and melee weapons there. There we go. So that's that side room cleared. It's going to get difficult, though, when we come down here and go around this corner, because these guys, monks, these are pretty evil ranged bad guys. And yes, as you can see, they will do quite a bit of damage there. But so far, so good. These novices are falling pretty easily. This initiate is going to be a little more difficult. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's quite a long health bar there. Our spark spell is not going to reach this guy, so let's try something else. Let's try a fireball. 20 points. Okay, that's not a bad damage level there. You need to heal yourself. And let's see. Let's do the fireball again. 22 points. Yeah, I like that fireball. Despite the fact that we only have 1 point in our sorcerer in fire magic as opposed to 4 in air magic, that is clearly sparks is the one we would go for when we were surrounded by multiple enemies. And clearly it seems fireball is the one, is our single target spell of choice. So let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, we've got a couple of swordsmen coming here. That's a problem. Well, let's see. Those are at least melee only, so let's set fireball as our ready spell. There. Oh, yeah. Okay, he's nearly down. There we go. Now these swordsmen, we're just going to have to try and... let's see. Yeah, that fireball is fantastic, because that's not a single target spell either. That's just a really excellent damaging area of effect spell. Yeah, I like that a lot. As you can see, our mana is already getting fairly low, though, just after these this fairly small number of encounters. Okay, we'll just take use the bow for this swordsman, I think. We should be able to stop him. There we go. Best to preserve mana where we can. Is the room now clear, is the question. Looks as though it might be. No. Not at all. Not even slightly. I miss having Wizard Eye up all the time. We probably should cast that. Let's see. That captain has a very, very long, as you can see, health bar. Let's see. Right. You need to pop a bless spell again because that is wearing off. You need to do some healing. You can... this is going to be tricky. These are going to be very, very alive still by the time they get to us. So hopefully we can work our way around them a little bit or something. Let's see. Yes, this captain is going to be a problem. Well, we can always pop out the door and rest and come back in, of course. Let's see. We're probably going to have to do that anyway when we run out of mana. To be fair. In fact, maybe not, because we do have these blue potions that we can pop for a little mana boost where we need it. Let's see. The captain is not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, this is getting to a point where the range of this fireball spell starts to become a problem. I wonder if... Yeah, I don't really want to fire the fireball any closer than that because I don't know if it affects the party. There's one way to find out, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Okay, let's... Whoa, run past down here. Aye. Okay, right. I think we'll just try and take them out with the bow. They are melee-only enemies. As we can see, the only difficulty is in getting past them when, in the event that we should need to, as they approach. Yeah. Let's see if we can do... we don't want to be stuck in there. Let's see if we can do that. We should be focusing our fire on the captain there. So these are not the enemies... I mean, these are not the enemies that we need to worry about in here, really. Because they are vulnerable to our bow, at least. These are not the most challenging ones that we will face. Those we will see later. But so far we're doing okay. We have managed to kill quite a few of these guys with offensive spells, which is of course new to us. That captain over there needs to die. Come on, there we go. And there, I think this room, which looks like a mess hall, is now clear. So maybe we can rest?
Not here.
Not there. Maybe we can rest up here. And heal. So that will help. Now we have an array of doors to choose from. A huge array. Okay. Well, let's just try one at random then. Let's see. We don't know if we're going to find any enemies in here. Looks like we're not this time. Great. So we've got some sacks with food. And then we have yellow liquid, green liquid, and another yellow liquid. Now let's check our notes to see what those do. Yellow liquid is accuracy. Green is endurance. Okay, who needs accuracy? 17, 11, 12, and 10. It looks like our sorcerer needs accuracy. And our cleric needs the endurance, which is the green. So there we go. And you get to feast on the contents of those two yellow barrels. Look at you. So there's a little stat boost there that will certainly not do us any harm. What do we find in here? Oop. Well, a mace to the face, apparently. But let's get rid of those. Anyone else in? Yep, there is. I think I hear some other character moving around, but... Well, yeah, we do have one in there. Let's get rid of that guy, lastly. It's a shame they can't walk through doors, isn't it? Not known for their brightness, these Silver Helm people, it seems. We have another corner here. Anything around there? Yes. Okay, so we have monks. monks we hate. Let's see if we can fire some sparks at them. Okay, so that kind of helps. One of them did disappear off to the side there, which is slightly wasted, but let's see. Right, yeah, but these hit so hard. We need to try and work on our resistances to these spells a little bit. Well, let's see. Oh, our bless has worn off as well, so that's not great. Let's just run away a little bit, see if we can get some distance between us and them, see if they're smart enough to negotiate the corner. It appears they are very much not that smart. Let's see. Well, we can fireball the guy. Let's see. We only have, well, we have a couple now. Heal. As you can see, yeah. Killing these enemies is quite a lot slower and harder than it previously has been in this game. I think there's someone around there, yes. Oh, a Master Monk. That's not good news. A Master Monk may be very difficult to take out. Did you see the size of that guy's health bar? Let's see. Yeah, this guy is going to hit really hard. There is someone else down there as well, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, not anymore. But this Master Monk is going to be very, very slow and difficult to take out. Wow, our Cleric is already down for the count. Yeah, I think we need to back up a little bit there. Can we use a health potion on the Cleric? Yes, we can. Okay, and then he can heal himself up a little bit more. So I guess we need to get that Bless spell back up and running on all of our characters. For one thing, just to give us a little more of an advantage here. Let's see. Yeah, I think this episode is probably going to run a little long, and it's definitely not going to take us all the way through the dungeon. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully we will be able to polish off the rest of the dungeon in one more episode, I hope. This has certainly exposed quite a lot about where we need our skill points to be concentrated. If we're using these spells like Fireball and Sparks, whoop. No, wrong button. That's bad. Okay. Speaking of Sparks, let's see. That barely did any damage at all. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's see. You heal her a little bit more. This Master Monk may well be a little too difficult for us to deal with right now, unfortunately. I was hoping that the enemies in dungeons are somewhat randomized, at least the levels of them, and I was hoping we weren't going to run into anyone this dangerous. I guess what we need to do is heal again. We certainly have the food to do that a few more times. Once again, bless on everyone. We'll go in there. We'll try Ring of Fire, and try and see if we can lure it through the door or something, because line of sight is a danger here. This guy will kill us if he can see us, but then we can't really kill him without seeing him, so... Yeah, that's a lot of damage there. So let's try a Ring of Fire. Yeah, it hit him for 11 points. Heal up. Let's see... 7 points. Shall we try Sparks or Fireball? I guess this is an interesting time to find out whether Fireball does any party damage. And yes, it does, apparently. Well, that's a good way to find that out. Yeah, clearly not an up-close and personal kind of spell. Let's see. We may be at a good distance there to do it again. Yeah, okay. So we got him down to about half. I think this is still going to be somewhat challenging. I wonder what that orange liquid does. I guess we find that out later, though. Let's see. Oh, wow, that is bad. Anyone got a red potion for that guy? And do we have any other spells? I'm trying to work out how to get through this. Do we have any other spells that would... well, incoming ranged attack protection here, but I don't know if magic counts. Alright, let's see. We can definitely fireball again from there. We may be okay. We may be able to do this. But it's going to be really, really close. Let's see. Fireball is really the only thing that's doing a whole lot of damage here. Let's keep the paladin up. Ah, wow. What are the potions have we got? Well, resistances are kind of useful. So let's give our cleric, who we are counting on mostly, just to keep everyone alive. Let's give him some resistances. He's going to need a healing potion there, and he really is taking the brunt of it. Not that characters are actually select. Oh wow, that must have been too close. Not that characters are actually selective in terms of which targets they pick. They are not in this game. Right, we can make a healing potion and give it to him. We're really, really, at this point, quite short on options. He's very close to death himself. I guess we need to keep the cleric alive above anyone else. Can we do this? 1 point of damage. Not enough. I'm loath to cast that fireball spell again. It could screw us up royally. So let's try Ring of Fire. No, it's apparently out of range for Ring of Fire. Problematic. We don't need Cure Poison. We don't need a magic spell, particularly. That missed. Let's heal the guy there. 1 point of damage. Terrible. Sparks. Missed completely. Bounced off the stuff. I guess we are... our sorcerer is nearly down. 5 points. We can do this. We can do this. Come on, sorcerer. No, sorcerer is dead. That's a shame. Sorcerer was our main damage dealer. How do we get out of this situation? Let's see. Protection. Orange potion. Yeah, okay, let's pop a potion of protection. Let's heal that guy. Ah, our druid is now down as well. We need somehow to get out of this. Ah, we have a healing spell here. Well, that might be useful, I suppose. Let's see, 5 more points of damage there, and very, very, very close to death. Is there anything that we can do here that will increase our chances of anything? What do those yellow things do? Oh, they're primary stat boosts. Why aren't we handing those things out? Let's see. And one to you as well. 11 points. He's nearly down. One more hit, and the guy will die, but then so will our guy. Let's hope we can hit him with this arrow. No. You know, I'm going to give that another try. No, oh, no, that's no good. There we go. Okay, that's the way it should have gone. That's the way for maximum dramatic value it should have happened in the first place. So let's say that that's the canonical version of what happened, shall we? Okay, and we took the guy out amazingly on our very last hit. We managed to take the guy out and almost, but not quite died.
We can't rest.
I think we need to rest. Wow. Well, I think that seems to be a good place to leave it. Well, let's go down there and do the barrel. Having investigated these two chambers here and been very close to utter defeat in the process, I think... No, we are not at any... None of our characters can even level up. So in the next episode, basically what we will do is continue through this dungeon in our current state. Well, all right. So we had there was an orange. We don't know what that is. And what was the other one? Yellow. Let's see. So yellow is accuracy. Who is our lowest accuracy character? It's currently our druid. And then we don't know what orange is, but let's just give that to the druid as well. Intellect. Okay. Intellect is a useful thing to have. Right, so I think we'll leave it there since we've been going for about 30 minutes at this point. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more doors in this place to explore, and clearly it is an open question whether we will even be able to do this. But so far, so good. Definitely a big challenge up ahead in this dungeon. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in episode 13 next week. Cheerio.